he's not like, he is like that with Ryan's voice, but not as much.
Yeah.
Ash is
Ash
very, very special to him.
Well, he's different. Ash is different from Ryan's boys.
Yeah, he is.
Ryan's boys are your typical
they're
rough
more,
and tumble and
they're just normal boys.
Yeah, they're really, really, the type of boys that you just go, oh my God.
Yeah.
And Ash is more subdued.
Yeah, he's pretty laid back.
And, I can see Ash being, when he grows up, I can see him being someone who's going to be in charge of whatever he does.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like if he's a doctor, he's going to be chief of staff.
Yeah.
And if he's a lawyer, he's going to have his own law firm. And I can see him being the head of everything.
Yeah, definitely.
There's going to be no Ash will work for someone else type thing.
Well, even as a small boy, he's really charismatic.
He is.
It's hard not to like him.
Well, that's definitely a feature that comes from my side of the family, because my dad was the most charismatic person you'll ever want to meet in your life. And I don't know if Jennifer remembers that.
Jen has talked about your dad for years, and I know that he was one of her favorite people ever.
Oh, well, she was his first grandchild.
Yeah.
And, just anything that child wanted. It was...
Yeah.
I remember he came over, and he always brought something. Whenever he came over, if it was candy or gum or cupcakes or donuts or anything.
There's always something.
It was always something. And they were sitting in the living room, and she goes, Grandpa, and he goes, what is it, Jennifer? She goes, I really want a swing set for the backyard. He goes, okay, let's go. And he put her in the car, and he took her there, and she picked it out, and he brought it home. And he tells Hank when he gets off work, he goes, now you got a job. That thing better be together in 24 hours because I'm coming back to see it.
Yeah.
And it's like he didn't tell us, he didn't ask us to do it. He told us, this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing for my grandchild, and it better be done by the time I get back. And Hank never argued with us.
Yeah.
I think he was afraid to argue.
He may have been. That's, but that's really cool. And like I said, I've heard nothing but wonderful things about him.
And then at 7 years old, he sat there and explained Watergate to her because she asked him.
Explained what?
Watergate.
Really?
At 7, yeah.
Huh. Just sat down and talked to her about it.
Well, she said, Grandpa, what was Watergate? And he sat there and brought it down to her terms and explained the whole story. Wow. It took him an hour and a half to get through the whole story.
To get through the whole...
And to help her to understand it and everything.
That's amazing.
And he sat there and he did it.
Yeah.
And that's when he turned around to me and he goes, this kid is the smartest kid I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure she gets the best education possible.
Make sure she gets everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
But
I always get screwed up with the order of how to do things.
That's okay.
Because sometimes do that one first and then take it down because I forgot to put this on first.
Yeah, that's got to go on. And
this goes on up over that, the wires. The wires need to all be under it so you don't see them.
What I would do, I think, is I would go ahead and cut the
And
wire
put it on
and then
there.
feed it through and let it just dangle right here.
I think you're right.
Because that's what I've seen other people do. And what I would do is I would just take this one right here and just cut it longer so you know.
Yeah, the longer one is for the white. It was cool.
I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
The longer
one is white.
Okay. And the short one goes...
And the short one will go black, and then or I'm sorry, not black. The short one goes to red, and then the other one's just ground. And it's still... Like, the way that they wire it makes it real simple. It's going to be wired the exact same way.
Okay.
So...
Oh, wait a minute. We're going to... Can we get our... Are we going to have to do our chain now, too?
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Let's do the chain, too. So... You'll pry this part out.
we'll get the right length. I think this is going to look a lot better right here.
Oh, it may look funky, but I don't care.
Now, the
Yeah.
I'm going to do like an extra couple of links because they're so easy to take off.
And I'm keeping the chain.
Yeah. That's a good thing to have.
And I'm keeping the wire because that way we have wire and we have chain.
Yeah. Do you have another pair of pliers? Doesn't matter what kind. Yeah, that'll work.
So what's going to be different about this than the fluorescent?
Well, it's just going to come on like a regular light.
Yeah, it's going to be, it'll look a lot better with the way that the light comes on. I'm going to pry it open.
Oh, okay. And I'll
just
pop
for
it
you
out.
to pop it out. As soon as I stop pulling, it goes back. Nice.
And that doesn't break it?
No. No, these chains are really, really good.
Because I work a bike lock chain. No problem.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
He's got some strength on it.
Yeah.
I'm a gangster.
I don't know about
He's
that.
he's up to 100 pounds, 5'2", so he's
Yeah.
around a bunch.
Yeah. You are getting big, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, go get yourself ready for the day.
I'm not even
That's going to be a lot thicker, so that's a little harder
I
to do.
Make sure it's real tight, of course, but it's on there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Simple enough. This.
And then that kind of twines through it, doesn't it?
So, yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna connect to that. I think.
Hey, Dad.
Get up there.
I'm tired of having some more fun with it, isn't it? We're going to break some more, is what I mean.
They still work. I'm going to put them up. That's big.
And then we can break the ones that are those old ones.
This thing's light enough that it's holding. It's not an issue.
Well, I know, but
And
it's
wow.
easier for me to hold.
Yeah.
Here.
We're not.
I would just feel better if I
In
could
case the Phillips.
Hold on to it.
Yeah.
All twos.
And that way it gives your both hands freedom.
Yeah.
You're a handy helper.
She is.
I used to work with Jennifer's dad.
Yeah.
And with him, you don't make a mistake, and you have to be
No.
perfect,
Yeah.
and, you know, you just got to do what you got to do.
Okay. You know what? I bet for now you could set that right here. If I get this out of the way.
Well, it's not heavy at all.
Here's the main course itself, the light getting on.
Christopher, hand me those little wire nuts on the counter over there. He's
I
going to
think I
need
can.
those. Hand them to me. Thank you.
Mercy.